Hi guys, welcome back to episode 2 of Nemcast After Hours, and I am Dominic, one of the sponsored players, and this is...
Elliot, how are we?
How are we all? Yeah, so we hope you like episode 1. If there's anything we missed or didn't talk about, or maybe skipped over, like I said, just pop us a message, give us a comment, we'll come back to you, and we might revisit it at a later point. But on today's episode, what are we going to be discussing, Elliot?
Elitism.
Elitism. Now,
And also a bit of bullying.
Do you know what? These things go hand in hand. You've got your elitism, bullying, both online and in person. Yeah, so there's a lot of levels to elitism. So I think specifically we're going to be looking at guns, gear, that sort of thing. And does it make you a better player? The answer is fucking no. That was easy. Quick podcast open. No, we'll go into proper detail. So what levels of elitism have you personally experienced where someone's basically talked down about the shit you're wearing?
Literally only at certain fields, and it's people who've either got some form of military background or just people who get hard-ons for military equipment. It's like, it does the same thing, bro.
Yeah, I mean...
It might last a little longer, might look a little bit nicer, but it does the same thing.
Yeah, and that's completely correct. You know, we looked at this last topic. You know, this is not life or death stuff. Now, there's a different side to it. If you are, you know, of a military profession or that kind of thing, and you're incorporating your everyday gear into Airsoft, yeah, I can kind of see why you'd want to run the stuff you do, because you're going to want to run top level gear. Yeah, that's going to help you. That's going to give you that edge, or that's just what you're used to. But in Airsoft, that's not always going to be the same. You know, we are firing 6mm plastic BBs. They do not handle the same. You do not need all the same kit. But if you're going for that impressionist, or you've got that military experience, yeah, maybe you would. But you know, if someone has a Viper product, now Viper's like your sort of base entry, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, that's what I first had when I first got into Airsoft. It was like what, 70 quid, and you had everything: backpack, chest rig, the insert so you could put your mags in, sorted.
Yeah, and that's pretty much all you need to get you going, and that is perfectly sufficient to do the job.
Yeah,
just simple as, you know, you got your mags, you got a bit of an admin pouch. You know, if someone says, "Oh, I've got a load of cry gear," you know, you should get cry this and cry that, and look at me with my Haley strategic chest rig. Look, does that make you a better person? And do you really need to be? It's almost like flexing. It's like, yeah. What is that doing? What's that going to do to that player? Or you know, that new person who's just got into the hobby, who's proud of the hard-earned money they've spent. You know, and you know, not everyone has that disposable income. You know, it's
the same with a lot of things, though. It's, you know, the kid at school, when you first started playing, say, football at school, you've always got that one kid who came in with like the boots that at the time, you know, Messi, Ronaldo's wearing, and then you've got like your £50 pair of boots. It's like, it's all about the player at the end of the day. Doesn't matter what gear you're wearing, to a point.
No,
obviously some gear can carry more than others, can do other things better than others. So yes, that comes down into it, but I don't think that really comes into this.
No,
this topic.
That's not gonna up your skill. No. You know, that's not gonna make you an instantly better player because you have just gone, oh, money dump code, it's pay to win. It's not like Call of Duty where the pay more you get more. Now, there are instances where you shouldn't cheap out, and we'll look at those later. But absolutely, just because you're head to toe in the drippiest of drip and you know, just fucking cry all over, does not make you God's gift on earth on the Airsoft field. Because I have seen people flex this, going, oh, I only wear cry, and it's great. But you find them in the game zone when I'm marshalling at the back of the field, doing fuck all for the team. All you're doing is just looking like a dick. It's going, look at me, I'm the best, and then you just do nothing. Because we all fucking know it, a rental player with a hoodie and a G36 is a god fucking weapon. You know, nothing will stop that kid. His ego doesn't exist. He's there for fun. He don't give a shit how much your gun costs. He is going to full auto you, and you are going to take it, and you're going to enjoy it. And you know what? If he doesn't call his hits, which some of them, you know, might not, he don't give a shit. He don't give a shit at all. And that's you know, this level of elitism is...
We need more rentals like that in the world. Please come back.
We do. And you know what? Call your hits. You should always call your hits. But that does not bode well for the fresh starts of Airsoft. You're coming in and you see it on Facebook forums, Facebook pages, and even on the WhatsApp pages, and they're fucking toxic as it is. You know, just because someone doesn't have a grand to drop in a gun does not make them a povo. Now, that's, you know, there's a bit of banter in it, but that that kind of shit just kind of puts people off. You look at it and go, why the fuck am I in this chat? It's like, what am I actually getting out of this? Yeah, I want to see some sales. It's good to have a chat. But don't be a... I will bleep that bit out.
Why are you bleeping it out? Just leave it in. We'll be fine.
We don't want to get bonked on YouTube. But yeah, this level of elitism, it's not necessary. It's not needed. And I'm sure it's the same in other hobbies. You know, we didn't quite have it so bad when I was playing 40k. You always had people who had a lot of Forge World stuff, and you're a little bit envious because, you know, you're looking at 4 times the price for basically the same model. But no way were they flexing good. Look at all my Tau Piranhas and all my Remoras that I've definitely spent loads of money on. No. And you know, if you're that kind of person who has to talk about their latest fucking build and be like, look at my TM Scar NGRS and it's got all these fucking parts in it, I've dumped £1,000. If no one asks, don't go start boasting it around, because that just makes you look like a dick. Now, if you go up to someone and say, that's really cool, can you tell me about it? They will absolutely, 9 times out of 10, they will come up to you and go, yeah, I will tell you all about it, because you've probably spent a lot of time and a lot of money trying to build this thing. You know, you're not flexing it, you just got it there. And if someone acknowledges, you know, that's a tasteful build, and they will go, yeah, that's absolutely fine. You know, that's kind of saying, tell me about it. That's not me rubbing, you know, my money in your face. But it's the kids like that, or not so kids, but, you know, adults. Yeah. If kids have got thousands of pounds to throw around, it's fair play. You know. I
mean, the only thing that gets me is a lot of the stuff that people want to buy, you can get repros off for like 1/4 of the price, and it's like, what difference is there really? If you can get a good repro, it's like,
yeah, and you're not putting your life on it, and you're not. Yeah, do you know what, if you're
playing Airsoft.
I think there's something to look at. A later topic is Ali versus Real, and just have a look. And yeah, there is going to be a build quality difference. We need Greg. We'll get Greg and Tom. These 2 people have some taste. So if you guys are watching, you're coming on sometime. But yeah, it does the same trick. It really does. And you know, do you need a slick plate carrier? Not really, because that's designed just for putting armor on. Yes, it's convenient that you can put a placard on it. You know, you can have the cummerbund, you've got some elastic there, but ultimately, do you need plates in it because you're getting shot at with plastic BBs? No, you don't. That's the kind of thing in the vibe you go for. Cool, but you know, it's not flexing going, I've got real plates in my carrier. Cool. Well, you're going to be really tired, and that kid with no gear on and a high cap mag is fucking going to run rings around you all day because he's fucking got energy and energy and energy.
You're just wearing it to look cool at the end of the day.
It is. It's LARP. Yeah, we are LARPing. You are LARPing. Don't deny it. That's what we do. We dress up to look cool. What we think is cool, but other people probably think, what are these fucking fools doing? You know. But
if you want to spend loads of money on whatever gear, go for it. Me and Dom are not going to judge you for it. Just don't try and rub it in people's faces that you've got a certain piece of gear that costs a certain amount of money when it's not that big of a deal. It's not making that much difference to you as a player.
No.
If it's somebody who's also into the same kind of gear, 100%, you know, go and talk to them about it. Go and rub it in their face that you've got a certain piece of gear, but don't come and rub it in my face because I'm not fussed. And don't go and rub it in other people's faces.
And then we start seeing this flex off, and so, well, I've got this and I've got that, and it's like, Jesus Christ, guys! It's like, who's got the bigger dick? And the answer is neither of you, because you're sat there talking about your gear and everyone else is off playing. So, you know, that's the end of it. It's just being. We looked at it last week as well. It's about being just a decent, respectful person to other people.
Yeah. In
general, not just Airsoft, but Airsoft especially. You know, if you've got a new rental guy there, or even someone with two-tone. And this happens more often than not, and it really fucking twists my nipples when people talk down on people with two-tone guns. And it's like, it doesn't matter. Now, if
I've given people some stick for it before, when I know that they can go and get, like, you know, whatever kind of colours they wanted, and it was a bit like, why have you got a two-tone? But that was a different situation. If it's only that, you know, somebody young that's got it. Especially, like, you know,
or someone without UCARA or did not go to a second-hand sales page or whatever, and said, right, I want to jump balls deep into the hobby first thing. And everyone always says, you know, rent, and that's a good way to get into it. See if you like it, see if you enjoy it before you commit. But if you've got
your first 3 games as well, haven't you? I think that's still part of the UCARA thing.
Yeah, it's 3 games in no less than 56 days.
There you go.
So you basically got 2 months of playing. So It's easy enough done. That shows a bit of commitment. But also, you might not like it. Because if you play the same field 3 times and go, yeah, this is great, and then go off somewhere else and go, this is wank, why did I just spend 400 quid? And you see people selling up all the time. But back to the blue guns, you know, if someone says, oh, look at this guy with the two-tone gun, and what? Do you know what? He's proud of that. That's something he's wanted to do, and fair play to him for doing it, because it doesn't make a difference in CQB. Yeah, it's not going to make you stick out that much more, especially if it's dark.
No.
You know, you can't say to a degree it looks unrealistic. Like we're saying, you know, military forces or police forces, you know, they may use blue weapons for training. You know, you've got suppressors there, but you've got mags that are blue, show they're in the net. It doesn't make it any less realistic. Now, there's only one site I know that doesn't allow two-tone, which, fair enough, it's their site.
I've never known a site not allow.
Now, I thought it was just something that I read a long time ago, but I know it's still true. It might not still be true now, but it was true. Yeah, they would not allow two-tone. And it's kind of like, but why? We know
the site.
No, yeah, people will know very quickly the one site that I'm referring to. It's quite a good site, for so I've heard, but not have been. But you know, you're playing toy soldiers. You're playing a game, effectively. Yep. You know, Adam Milsim, yeah, I can understand no two-tone or all that kind of thing, because you don't want to break that immersion. You know, you're trying to create an atmosphere, a sense, a game mode, that kind of thing. You're trying to put yourself from one place into another. You know, whether you're playing Walking Simulator for 14 hours, fantastic. If that's what you enjoy, brilliant. Not for me. No. I cannot do 14 hours walking. I think
after seeing Greg and Ben's Milsim thing, it does look fun, but at the same time, I'm with you. I don't think I could just do 14 hours of kind of walking around and then maybe an hour of Airsoft. It's not really for me.
I mean, what other sort of forms of elitism have I seen? Gas rifle owners, they're good for it. And there's especially one type, and it seems to be MWS owners more than most. Say, this is the best thing on the planet. It's so accurate. It does all this. Do you know what? They work really well. But no, but simply no. Just because you've got an MWS does not make you fucking god tier.
I mean, from what I've seen, everybody takes an MWS and then takes other parts and puts them in them. It's like, okay, so the base is good, but you swapped a lot of other things out.
You got to swap out that nozzle return spring. That's going to go. It's not designed for high pressure gas. You know, you're taking stuff for the Japan market. Same with pretty much any of the TM line. It's not designed for over here. It's not designed for America. It's designed for their market, and we bring it over. So yeah, we've got to faff around with it, but they've made it in such a way that it's not going to break. And if you do replace it, the parts with TM parts, which are very easy to get where they come from, but seem to be like rocking horse shit over here, it's because if it breaks, well, it's easy to swap. But here we shove green gas in it, and that nozzle return spring is going to go. Now, as people are going, oh, it's never broken. It will break. We know it will break. You know it will break. I know it will break. And so does the entire community, because that's something you change out. You swap out that, you swap out the hot rubber, and you swap out the knob or the arm. Those are the sort of 3 main things. That gives you a bit of longevity. You can pretty much just build an MWS on the ground up just with bits. You know, there's that many kits and that many parts readily available now from third parties, which is someone we may have on soon. And I'd like to mention that we will be looking at perhaps having Waldo on soon. So, you know, anyone that might be watching us, that would be something to look out for.
I've got his.
He reaches off camera. I love myself. I love a bit of lube. Bit of slick lube. Now, I prefer a bit of grease, but, you know, that's just me. So
Waldo plugs.
Yeah, unsponsored. Please sponsor us. Give us some. It's like last week I was sponsored by KWA. This time I was sponsored by Waldo. But no,
get out soon.
Gas rifle owners can be notorious for being elitist. You know, yeah, mags are expensive. Yeah, the gun's expensive. Cool. It doesn't make you a better player, because one high cap is almost 10 TM standard mags. Because you ain't going to fill them to 35. Because no one does, because you know you're going to knacker those springs, or your feed lips, or both. You know, so that's just sensible. So that one high cap, and he can hold that trigger down, and he can keep holding and holding and holding, and just sitting there winding, and you're like, oh, I've run out of BBs. Oh, it's cooling down. You know, oh great, yes, that elitist behavior, was it so fucking worth it?
I'm thinking about it now, and this is going off the gas people, because I've not got much experience with gas. However, I think you might have a little bit of crossover here. Historical reenactors, I want to go with. people who like to get dressed up in
Mm-hmm.
specific gear with the specific rifle for the time and things like that. I have never known some people get so. You'll show them your gun and they just kind of go, ugh. It's like, oh well, it's not this. It's like it's not accurate to this. It's like, what's it accurate to? People who need accuracy to everything that somebody's built, essentially.
Do you know what, if they're a scum, yeah, that kind of attitude is shit. If you're at a reenactment and you're going to a specific event,
Different.
Yeah, I can kind of get that vibe where you'd be like, well, mine
I've seen this
here.
at my local field. The guy got to be honest, I think he was more annoyed that people weren't using semi as shoot, did it miss, shoot, did it miss, shoot,
well,
did
like,
it miss.
Semi.
Yeah,
you know? Yeah.
Well, there was a lad he was, young lads, like 17, 18. He's got a high cap pistol on a mag adapter and he's running around and he's only got semi on it. It's a SSP thing.
Okay. Yeah.
This guy comes running out the bush, screaming his head off, saying, oh, it's overkill, it's overkill. You should only be firing one shot, seeing if it hit, firing another shot. And it's like, well, did he hit you? You're shouting overkill for one. And he's like, no, he didn't hit me.
Then,
no, that's a bit off. But he's then all day complaining at everyone because people have got full auto. And because people have got more than a 2-second response between shots.
No, you've got two different players here. So you've got a speed softer. We'll say that lightly. He might not be. He might not want to be labelled in that group. Fine.
Speedy boy is what we'll say.
Speedy boy.
Speedy boy.
And you've got your LARPer, and then you've got your random skirmish people. Now, if you go to a speed soft event, you're expected to see that kind of thing. If you're going to a reenactment, you're going to expect to see that kind of play and that kind of stuff. If you're going to a scum, no, you get given what you're given turns up on the day.
Yeah.
If that's how someone wants to run their thing and that's how they want to play, you have no right to talk them down. Now, if they're being a dick, being dangerous, and overkill's a fine line. Where is it? We could look at this another topic because this is, if I'm lighting you up with a minigun and it hits you with 40 BBs, well, that's just 1 second burst. Would you then complain that's overkill, or should I go, oh no, it's only half a second? Sorry, that's still 20.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, yeah. But we'll look at that another day. But when you mix those two, that sort of group of people together, you're going to get some clashes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't quite say it's elitism. I think that's just more a clash of styles and a clash of play.
I guess.
But if he's going, that's a modern kit. Now, if someone came up to you, Elliot, and said, what do you think of my gun? You would not. Now, most people in their right mind would not go,
unless somebody has built it to look,
then you'd be like, that's disgustingly gross. I love it. But you wouldn't talk shit about it. You wouldn't. It's like someone's pride and joy. Someone said, "Oh yes, my first game. You go, that's really cool. Yeah, I like it."
Yeah.
You want to build people up. You don't want to immediately go, "No, that's dog shit. What the fuck did you do? Why are you even playing Airsoft?" Because that person's going to go away and be like, "That's going to hang with them."
You want them to repeatedly come back, and you want them to hopefully bring friends,
and you want them to enjoy the day.
Yeah.
Because you know what? No matter how much money you spend, the best players are the people that are enjoying that day. That's it. That's the end of it. There's no argument. Because it's not like a skill level where we can go, well, you should be here and you should be here. No, you'll see unbalancedness in sort of games and...
Hold on, Dom. Your quality is dropping.
Oh. Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties. If my internet does make me look like from the year 2000, I apologise, but you just have to sit back and listen. You don't have to look at my hands moving or Elliot's beautiful face or well-made bed, because that was not scripted at all.
No,
but no, we will be getting backdrops, guys. So you'll just see a white screen. Or black or blue or whatever we might decide for that day. Anyway, so we're back to the best players on the field are the people that enjoy the day. That is it. Simple as. I don't think there's any argument. Those are the best players because they go away happy with the money that they paid to go play. Yeah. And they've gone away home with a good time. That's it.
I used to enjoy those days the most. I think the more I've gone on and the more I've just gone, I guess I've kind of gone that way myself. Especially with what I'm using, I wouldn't now ever want to use a stock gun.
Why? See, this man's elitist. He's upgradist. Why?
This is it. I think the upgrades are worth it. The money that I have spent on my gun now, I feel is worth it. Yes, I can get a stock gun for 300 quid that's going to do the job and going to be quite good, hopefully. or I can pay the 700 quid and get a completely upgraded one, and it is it fits how I want to play.
Okay. Well, that's
compared
fair,
to a stock gun that would never be able to perform how I want it to. My AK performs exactly how I want it to.
But is that expectation versus airsoft reality? Because these are two very... My expectations were up here, and I was expecting peak performance for peak money. But in reality, at UK limits, you're getting what you get. And that's the end of it. You know, if you dump a load of money in, does not mean you're going to get that much more range.
Yeah.
Not at all.
For I feel, yeah, because, well, I don't know, saying that. On the base gun itself, on a stock gun, yes. An upgraded gun, no. If you've gone to the correct person, Nemesis Tactical, everybody.
Nice hat, bro.
Nice hat, bro. We didn't get it in yet. Yeah, if you go to the correct person, you could probably take them something. Well, as long as you've got the externals that you want on that point, you can dump pretty much as much money as you want in. There's a cut-off point in my mind where it's
diminishing returns.
Yeah,
you are not getting bang for your buck. You are just dumping money because you can.
Yeah,
and that is not.
I could now never go back to something that doesn't have those specific the specific points that you get from upgrading.
See, I think it's good to have a grounding and go, I'm going to play with a stock gun and just remind myself of what it was and what it's like now. You know, because you become so used to this is how it should always perform that I think perception, it sort of gets a bit hazed there, and you're kind of like, well, all guns should perform like this. We say guns are toys, but you know, this is what I'm expecting. Not necessarily true. You need to remind yourself that these are modern day muskets with backspin. You know, puff of air, spew, and off it goes. You know, we are
modern
that close.
Day muskets. I like that.
Backspin. We are that close to playing with just blowpipes. You know, we can do it. And that's something we should do. Again, do blowpipes. Just.
Yes.
But speaking of upgrades, that ties the nicest in with a nice code we've got. So. If you guys are in the market for looking at some absolutely busted motors or some high quality ammo that we can highly recommend. Now, I don't think anyone we know within the group, Elliot, doesn't use Warhead BBs.
I was trying to see if I've got a bag to hand, but
I should have had one ready. Damn it!
I thought I had one on my shelf.
So you can use this code Courtney M5 and the capital C, the capital M on the Warhead Industries website, and that's a direct order from them. You can get your bulk BBs, so if you want 20 kilos of 4.8s, so sorry, 2.5s or 3.2s, that kind of thing, go ahead and do it. They probably do 4.8s, I haven't checked, but I think they do heavy ammo, but it's slightly different colors. But you know, for your normal ammo, they're good to go to, and their motors are second to none, even the base ones. So if you're thinking about it and you're looking at other retailers, you think, do you know what, I need some BBs, jump on Warhead Industries, use that code, save yourself 5%. You know, on a £200 order, you're looking at a tenner. That's basically free shipping, which you're probably going to get free shipping on anyway. Now, don't quote me, because we do not know that for sure. You know, it's not like saying, oh yes, with every order, they'll include a bag of Skittles. No, they won't. Maybe they will. Well, who knows? But yes, use that code down below, guys and gals, if you want a healthy 5% discount on any orders. So, Elliot, just scoot that away. Thank you. The rolling banner. So if you missed it, we'll put it in the description, link in the description below to Warhead Industries, and also that code in case you guys have missed it, even with the prompt to swiftly remove. So we've looked at elitism, we've looked at sort of the owners, the types. You know, do you see much online? Have you seen much of kind of like, you shouldn't have got that, that's dog shit, you should have got this?
You see it a lot on kind of starter pages, I guess, or just the larger community pages where a lot of people are going to go, you know, go onto Facebook or wherever you want to go. I use Facebook, Airsoft. First Airsoft group that comes up is usually Airsoft Community 2.0.
Oh, and that is a beautiful place for knowledge and wealth, pure knowledge and wealth. You know, there is nothing.
There's some golden nuggets in there. There's some people that are absolute gems and they will help you out, but a lot of what I've seen before is just people going, no, you shouldn't have got that, you should have got this, it's on sale right now, it's this, it's this, it's this. It's like, they got what they got, bro, leave them alone.
You know, the one that always gets me is, I've just brought this, is it any good? And every time, and I'm like, so do you want us to just just sort of confirm your purchase, that you're happy with it, that you brought, and I'm hoping at some point have gone off to look onto YouTube or Reddit or anywhere else, a quick Google of this gun review, insert X gun review. Unless it's something brand new, never buy the Gen 1. I learned that the hard way. And MDRX, get in the bin. Gen 2, don't care. Lost interest now. Yeah, go do your research before you buy something, and do not go onto a community page saying, I've just brought this, will it work, or is it good?
If anything, go on there before you've bought it.
Yeah. Do you know what? The daft thing is someone can go, yeah, it's a great gun, and people go, yeah, it's a great gun, and you get it, and it just falls apart in your hands.
Yep.
And you're like, yeah, this is a great gun, but the community said it was fantastic. Do you know what? Do you think it's a great gun? Because it only matters
all on
to you. Yes, because you could be a great player with a base gun and still do fantastically well, or you could be a terrible player with a really high upgraded gun, and you're still going to get nowhere. I
think we all did it when we first started. I can remember with my group, we all got our guns at the same time. We all went to the field, got the first mag in, put the first shot, so everybody's had a go, and it's like, no, mine's the best. No, mine's the best. No, mine's the best. It's like we've all got the same gun at the end of the day. I think we all bought Specners.
At the end of the day, we are all using a similar or type of thing. You got different. We're all firing 6mm ammo. This is not 7.62 or 5.56. It's not going to be dropping people from far away. Just your expectations of what it can do and what you can do. I think you need to have a relook at, and maybe Airsoft is not for you. If that's the kind of attitude you're going with, to slam people down because they haven't brought this kind of gear or this kind of gun, or they haven't dumped £1,000 into a TM, you have no place telling people what to do. And if you're one of those people, give us a comment. Give us a comment. I'll quite happily have a chat with you. We can bring you on, and you can tell us why you think this build is the best and why this makes you the best player.
If you can't,
we would love to have you on. Absolutely.
If you can't tell, this is a bit of a Dom's bugbear episode.
It is. It's
been bugging Dom for the last couple of days.
Yes, we spoke about it in the chat, and my special power ignited inside me and went.
I think bullshit. I need to ask the question: what was it that set it off for you? What's got you into this? I think
it was at a point. What did I have, a 2-tone gun or not? It was a pumpy shotgun. That's what I had. It was a tri-shot pumpy, and Monty's got that upstairs in his room currently. I've still got that gun. That's the oldest surviving airsoft gun I've had that I've not sold. And it was bright orange. The pump grip, it looked awful. I should have got blue. Blue would have looked infinitely better.
What?
Bright orange, blue kind of looks better, in my opinion. If you have an orange gun, cool, fair play to you. And I went to a skirmish, and I was only 19, 20, and it was like one of the sort of games of getting back into it. Didn't have a Yukara, just wanted to play with something. And it was like, it was a comment someone made. It was like, 2-tone. And I'm like, really? I'm like, dude, I've come out here to play a game. Have fun with my friends, not just get slandered on because I've not got a green rifle or a blue or black or whatever. I think that's just pissed me off. And you see players flex their gear, or now some people are really modest. Cool, that's fine. You can have expensive gear. You can buy whatever the hell you want. But it's like when someone has that sports car and they're like definitely showing it off, and everyone thinks, yeah, that's cool, but twat. Stop it. Stop it. Or the boy races, you know who you fucking are, with those massive exhausts, and your car really does not go that fast. And you're like, everyone look at me, I want attention. And everyone's thinking, fucking stole it, or crash into, not kill yourself, but it's like, come on.
Something along those lines.
Something along those lines of just stop being a dick.
Yeah.
It's just a passionate thing. Don't be a dick. Yeah, you can have a laugh and a joke, but don't start coming in with that. And that's what bugs me. It's players like that. I'd be like, you have to look at this gear, you have to buy this gear, and this is all correct. It's like, if someone's asked, cool. If no one asks, shut the fuck up. Because we do not care. No one else cares. No one cares.
When somebody is straight up suggesting the most expensive that you can get, in my opinion, which is, your cry stuff, when there's perfectly suitable options for
what you want to do.
Yeah, for what you want to do. I'm playing Airsoft. I'm playing it most, pretty much every weekend, if not most weekends. I just want something that's going to last a couple of years. If I look after them, I don't beat them up too much, and I can replace them. If I beat them up, if I get them, I could wear the same pair of trousers and rip them in the same possible way. One of them is going to cost me 50 quid to replace, 60 quid to replace. One of them is going to cost me 180 quid to replace. So I can buy 3 of these sets for one of these, and they're probably going to last. These 3 are going to last definitely longer than this one set is going to. Yes, they may look amazing. They may look fantastic. They may feel amazing. Whatever. They're not going to make you play any better. They may look bougie, but that's it.
But things that will make you play better and are worth the money are iPro. Yeah, if you can see, that's a significant advantage. If you can see what you're shooting at and not fogging up, that is a great advantage. And if you're not snapping your ankles, with a good pair of boots, thank you, Elliot, for that, pits are not optimal, but do you know what? They slap hard. But these are things you shouldn't skimp. It's iPro, FacePro, and boots. Yeah, do not buy cheap alley shit. Get something decent. Spend a bit of money. Don't go, I'm going to get these Cry Top because I need this G3. Blah, blah, blah. No, do you know what? Just get the Emerson gear. You'll be fine. And just get a decent pair of iPro. You will thank yourself over and over again if you take a round to the iPro and it does not shatter. And you've still got both your eyes. That's worth its weight in gold.
And it's always worth a good little laugh when it happens.
Yes.
I think we all have a little giggle when we get hit in the iPro and live.
Yeah, you're kind of like, it's done its job. Yes, I'm not blind. Yes, I can see. So we looked at the discount code. We've covered that. We've covered a bit of elitism. Maybe we've gone off topic. Maybe we haven't. It's late at night.
We're off topic.
We're tired. We rant. We rave. So whether you enjoyed it or didn't, leave us a comment below. Give us a like. Give us a follow. Also check out the main Nemcast page for any upcoming podcasts or interviews. We know we've got some exciting ones in the pipeline, and we know we've just done a fantastic one as well, which should be coming out. Perhaps, I think it probably would have come out about a week ago by the time we release this.
Yeah.
So, just check that out. If you haven't, go have a look. It's well worth a watch. Is there any more from you on this one, Elliot?
Nothing more from me today, Dom. I hope you've enjoyed getting this off your chest today. I hope this calms you down for the weekend.
I have not calmed down. This is the problem. I'm now going to go on Discord. I'm going to go rant and rave at whoever's in the chat. I'm going to be like, fucking elitist. Yeah, so let's move it over there. So, as always, guys, thank you very much for your time. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, chaps.